And then obviously when I dropped the music, it was speaking about it through, because I'm not a very vocal person with my emotion. Do you know what I'm saying? So even like when he passed, I didn't feel like I could talk to everyone.
Yeah,
I didn't want to talk to everyone.
No.
Do you know what I'm saying? I didn't really want to, because it like almost saying it like out of my mouth made it real.
DJ Firestarr keeping it smashed.
DJ Firestarr, Influential Records, my ting, my brother in the building, Berna. What's going on?
Really know.
Family.
Chelsea. That's
How
my
you
boy
feeling?
right there. I'm good, man. I'm good. How you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Obviously, we were just talking about a couple of things, but for the people that might not be familiar, for the US audience especially,
Okay.
but the UK, everyone locked in, tell them who is Berna and musically, like, what do you represent, my bro?
You know what's so funny? I've answered this question so many times and my answer was...
That sounds like I asked you a dead question, bro. It's for the people that might not be familiar, you know what I mean? They might be tapping into you for the first time, you get me?
100. Obviously, Berna, you get me, from East London / Essex, 25 years old. I rap. Yeah, like obviously, I started this thing just off freestyles, you know what I'm saying? I started this thing for a real reason. Obviously, my brother passed. And then, yeah, man, I just let that pain out. And from there, I've just been going up and up. But I'd say my music represents, like, the struggle into litness. That's a good one. That's a good way of putting it. Like, I'm a lit guy. Obviously, I'm lit now. I wasn't as lit as I was before. You get me? But, yeah.
Sick.
It's just about a young boy from the struggle, making it out. And we're lit now, you know what I'm saying?
I think, for me, we've known each other for time.
Yeah, for too long.
And we've known each other as friends, musically. We're going to talk about some of that, but obviously there's stuff that even I don't even really know, because I always feel like when we've chopped it up, it's always been related to work or the show or something. We've had limited time to really like
talk about life.
I don't say we're always getting lit or we're always partying, but it always seems like we're somewhere.
No, he's not lying. We're always partying. Anytime I'm with Firestarr, we're lit.
We're somewhere doing something. So, I mean, I wanted to know personally, obviously I know the Black Box freestyle like came out way back when, right? And that blew up.
Yeah.
But the journey, like, how did you get into like, how did we get to that starting point of that coming out, the Black Box freestyle and music for you? Like, maybe when did you get into the game like that? When did you start like writing or decide, I want to jump in the studio or whatever? Like, give me a little bit of like backstory about how we got here, bro.
Well, alright, cool. I was never the rapper in my family, in my household. Obviously, my older brother was rapping at the time, and I just remember this literally just playground. I started off on the playground, straight from the sandbox. You know what I'm saying? Just freestyling with the man them. I remember just like songs that I used to like back in the day. I used to just write a couple bars to the beat, stuff like that. I've always been into music. Obviously, a lot of my musical influences came from my brother. But like,
as in him as an
artist,
right.
And also as a listener of music.
Yeah.
I used to, as a
what was he listening
little bro.
to?
Ooh. What was champion?
Because you're gonna think about that, but also with you as well. What I've realised is throughout the times that we've hung out and just knowing you, I know if I say to you, "Who do you listen to from the UK?" you're gonna tell me I don't really listen to no one from and I know that from when we've been abroad. And I remember that from early, even if we go back 4 or 5 years, we was in Milan.
Yeah.
You was bumping Dirk. You was bumping all of that stuff. But back to what you were saying. Sorry, like, what was your brother listening to, and what were some of the like influences from back then?
He was like, so this is a time where rap was like hip hop, do you know what I'm saying? So he was just like, as well as, same as me kind of, obviously a lot of American music, like a lot of French Montana back then.
Yes.
Obviously like 50 Cent.
Yeah.
Benny the Butcher.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like proper rap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
US.
Yeah, US. Obviously in the UK, like, obviously like who was popping back then?
How far back we going?
Your Joe Blacks, your Benny Banks.
Okay.
Your DVS's.
Yeah, that's mad.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like all that stuff that created like what we listening to right now, innit?
So you was little bro taking that in.
Yeah. I was young. I was so young listening to that kind of music, and that was like the music I was just listening to. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, whereas my other friends, I don't know what they were listening to. Obviously, I used to listen to Grime a lot as well.
Yeah.
Champ weren't really, like, my big bro weren't really a Grime fan like that, I wouldn't say. But I took in Grime a lot. But yeah, that's literally what we was listening to back then. I was a young boy listening to some grown stuff.
And then what led to obviously you was doing your thing, whatever, freestyling, like what man them were telling you was cold with it.
Yeah, all the man them. So everyone's just like, no, burn that. Yeah, you're.
But they weren't lying. Like, let's be real. Like, we're gonna talk. We can.
You know, so funny. What I remember, one freestyle I remember specifically was when Bobby Shmurda dropped "Hot Nigga."
Yeah.
And I remember I dropped the coldest freestyle to this, and I swear to you, everyone on the playground was spinning that. Everyone was spinning it. It was like, nah, Burn's hard. This, that. Burn, you need to do this. You need to do that. And then that's when it kind of started. And then obviously, when my brother passed, like, things just went like, life was just crazy. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, life was just very dark place, and whatnot. And then...
But let me pause you there, yeah. And the reason I say that is because I was gonna, obviously, again, we've never spoke about, I don't know too much about that time there. You know what I mean? I'm aware a little bit of
this is pre-Berna. I was very much my government name at this time. Berna didn't exist. Do you know what I'm saying?
And I think I want to just touch on that of your brother passing, and just generally, without going, you know, as much as you want to kind of open up about it, but like I wanted to touch on dealing with loss, bro. Like, I'll be real, like, I know about your bro, like, I've had a similar situation in the last couple of years with my mum passing, and it's thrown man's life like upside down, you get me? And still, like, you know, people don't get it, like,
I don't expect that stays with you forever.
Yeah, it's like, there's not a day, I'm sure, that doesn't go by where your brother's not on your brother's not on your mind.
Never.
And obviously, it's a very life-changing, things like that are, they're life-changing moments, bro.
No, facts.
So, I wouldn't even call it advice, bro. Like, we're not even trying to give advice like that, because I don't think you can even give. Until you're put in that position, you're gonna deal with it.
Everyone deals with it differently. Yeah,
but for you, how have you managed to kind of navigate the path and kind of, I guess, stay maintaining, bro? Like,
do you know where it is? Like you said, I don't feel like you ever fully deal with it, you know what I'm saying? You find like little coping mechanisms.
Yeah,
like,
facts.
Like when I was young, when I was like 14, 15, this is a year before my black box dropped, I started smoking weed.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was smoking weed like at like 15, and it was nice. It was nice. Like, it was like a...
soother.
Yeah, it was like, okay, cool. For right now while I'm high, I ain't even thinking about it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It started off like that for me. And then obviously when I dropped the music, it was speaking about it through, because I'm not a very vocal person with my emotion. Do you know what I'm saying? So even like when he passed, I didn't feel like I could talk to everyone.
Yeah,
I didn't want to talk to everyone. Do you know what I'm saying? I didn't really want to, because it, like, almost saying it like out of my mouth made it real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was I didn't talk on it. I didn't really speak. And then when the music came around, it was like, okay, this is a good outlet.
You can drop in what you're comfortable with.
Yeah, I'm saying it's very comfortable. It's comfortable for me. I'm in a setting where I'm comfortable. I can say what I want to say, and people can take it how they want to take it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like that was even like the first time like people that, like, my friends probably never even heard me talk about the loss until they heard the black box.
Yeah.
And they was like, bro, that's how Burn feels, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? So,
and I think, like, it's on what you just said, where you don't want to speak about something like that. But also, I mean, I don't know how it is for you, but for me, it's a situation where, like, it's very much when a certain amount of time has gone by, you realise very quickly that the world carries on, man, and this is your problem.
no one cares.
No one cares, right?
No one cares.
And you just got to get your head. You just got to understand.
And you can't fault people for that.
You can't be mad at that.
Nah, you can't because like, we came in this world alone. We're gonna leave alone. You
yeah,
get me?
and I think, you know, unfortunately, everyone will come to a point where they experience something like that and they have to deal with it.
100%.
But as people say, the day, like, the sun comes up the next morning and whatever, and it's like, I agree with you in the sense of like you didn't want to speak about it until your music is an outlet for that. It's like me, like sometimes, not even sometimes, bro, like all the time, no matter what I'm doing, like Mumsy's in the back of my head, like
100%,
it's non-stop. And I say it's like a weight on man's shoulder, but it's a weight that you can't and don't want to let. You can't. It's not something you can just brush aside.
No, you can't.
You have to just hold it, bro.
Even when like sometimes you feel like, I don't want to think. Like I'm not gonna think about it.
Yeah.
It's there.
Yeah.
It's constant. It's
a
constant reminder. Everything reminds you about this thing. Life, being alive makes you remind that someone's dead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I think, not to completely bring like the mood down, but for me personally saying to you, I just want to big you up, bro, because at the end of the day, like we're still here and we're pushing, and I don't think people, I wouldn't, again, we go back to it, I wouldn't expect anyone to understand, but people who have been in the same situation or felt something similar can probably agree that it can go left. What I used to always say is that my eyes were opened as to why people can't cope anymore when things like that happen, and it sends them
100%.
Because it's easy.
I deeped it.
It's easy to just
If you're not built, and no one should be built for death really. But it's like if mentally you're not not strong, then I can see why people.
It's a difficult road, man.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes it circles back. We see these quotes and things all the time. You interact with people 24/7, and you never know what they're going through, and it's true.
It's 100% true.
Everyone's got.
Bro, I smile every day.
Yeah, facts. Like if no one knew your story and they saw you, or they saw me, or and a whole heap of other people in the world,
100%.
They don't see from what's really going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to touch on that, bro, because I think it's it's the most actual important, it's the most real part of anyone's story, aside of the music. Like that's real life, bro.
Yeah.
There's no
and that was the reason why I started music anyway.
Yeah.
Like I don't think I would not be here today without my brother's passing. And it's crazy. It's mad to say, because I feel like this was a God-given gift, and I'm supposed to be here. But it's mad to say that I wouldn't be here if he hadn't passed.
How far did your bro get with the music? Like, where was he recording? Like,
yeah, like obviously it was just like back then it was different, didn't it?
Yeah,
it was different. Like music is just like they weren't Spotify.
Yeah.
They weren't Spotify. Yeah. There weren't no Apple Music and that. There was just, you get me. It was just
a thing.
Yeah, it was just like, alright, cool. We're all from the streets. We rap about what we do. Whoever hears it, hears it. That it was like obviously like Black Box. He dropped before he passed. He dropped a freestyle on Black Box.
Oh shit!
That was his last freestyle. That was his last like bit of music that he put out to the world before he passed, and that's why I started my career on there.
So was it for you? Was it like I got to do this?
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
Like this is it. This is the lane.
Yeah. I said cool. Like if I'm gonna drop anything, I want it to be on this platform.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was okay, right? That makes sense.
Yeah. So that was.
Shit,
it was
man.
important for me. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like even when I went there to record it, there was like, even the people there, like from Black Box, they were like, bro, like, you get me? Man met Chrome, man know Chrome. Do you know what I'm saying? Woo, woo. Do you know what I'm saying? Proper guy. Woo, woo. We're happy to have you here. It was like, it was almost like a
welcoming.
Yeah, it was like a rite of passage for me. That's what it felt like. It was like,
that's crazy, man.
Yeah, it was crazy. Still, it was crazy. It was crazy. It was a mad emotional time still.
Yeah, and obviously you just explained a lot of people wouldn't even know that. They would have just thought, he just went on the platform and done a thing, and it just popped off.
They might think, because obviously like a lot of people were dropping Black Boxes around the time as well that I dropped mine. Yeah. But that wasn't even the reason why I jumped on there at all.
It was a lot deeper than that.
No, 100%.
So obviously then that's come out, and that's where that's when it all started. Like that's when the buzz started. So what was that like? When you think about that period then, like that's come out and the love's there and you're getting that feedback, like then what happens next? Like where, from what you can remember, like
it was crazy.
It's like what with like I'm in now. Like, is it overwhelming? Like
because you know what it is. Remember I was in school at these times.
Yeah.
So it's like,
what year did that come out?
2016.
Fucking hell.
So
I didn't buck you till 2019.
Yeah.
We were speaking before that, but we'd never met till 2019.
Yeah, so
that
I think 2016. Yeah, I was 16 years old. in 2016.
You take too many gaps, bro. That's another. We're gonna talk about that. But see that gap there was unnecessary, bro.
Unnecessary. But like, yeah, I was 16 years old. So I think I'm 16. I'm in year 11.
Jesus.
I'm in year 11.
I didn't realise you was even that young when that came out.
Yeah, I was in year 11, just about to go into collie. And bro, I just had everyone from like it was the perfect time, you know what I'm saying? Because
you're the guy then, isn't it?
Yeah,
you're the guy.
People underestimate, like, because you see as an adult, think about the reach you have around you. It's not the same as when you was at school.
When it's your school, when it's like the school,
everyone knows you.
Of course, it's different.
Everyone knows you, like the teachers. From like,
everyone knows what
so
you're
it's like as soon as I walked into school that next day, it's like oh. It's like nah. Same mum.
Yeah.
And I'm just like it's like, bro, I'm literally a live celeb in my school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everyone's talking about it. It's lit. Man's got everyone's support, everyone's love, everyone's condolences as well, because people haven't heard me speak about the situation. And it was just like,
how's that for you when you're getting that back from people then? Is it like, are you up? Are you on a high? Or is it like bittersweet as well? Because they're showing love and it's for bro. And it's like, does that bring you down, or
you know
did
what?
You keep your energy up?
I feel like that was another coping mechanism right then. It was like I was so high off the
love.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Because prior to that, life was just gloomy. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was just like, this feels very positive right now. Do you know what I'm saying? I like this. You know what I'm saying? And I got high off that. 100%. I loved it. I'll be real. I felt like the man. It was sick. All the girlies back there and whatnot, just gassed over me. Like, bro, it was cool and it was fun. As a 16-year-old boy, innit? Then I went to collie, and it was the same thing there. Do you know what I'm saying? Obviously, after the Black Box, I dropped a bunch of other freestyles as well. Do you get it? So with every freestyle, I was just getting more and more bait.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? What did I drop after that?
Did you feel pressure going into off the back of that then, or do you feel like you was ready for whatever was next?
I wasn't ready.
Okay.
No, I wasn't really ready. I don't think I was.
But in the moment, you felt ready, or you felt like pressure? Did you feel pressure like going into the next, like you done this, everyone's on it, everyone's on you like that, and then it's like, okay, I've got to obviously release more music now. So you said, more things came out, the freestyles came out.
Yeah, you know what it is? I don't feel like I felt like a proper. I didn't feel like like an artist.
Right.
I just felt like
you're just doing a thing, like winging it. Were you winging it? Or not winging it, but I would say I was winging it. You weren't thinking it,
but I wasn't thinking like
you were just letting off.
Yeah, like because you know what it is. Like I said, like it was just a very like different time. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like my outlook on things was just like, alright, cool. I've got a good thing going right now. I know I'm hard. I know I can rap.
Yeah. Let me
keep dropping.
Let me just keep going.
That's all it was. It was just like,
keep giving them something.
Yeah, let me just keep dropping. I dropped this freestyle. I dropped my warm-up session. Linked up with Jamal, the whole SBTV team.
Yeah. How was that?
Crazy moment as well, because I watched this stuff as a pitney.
We all did.
Do you know what I'm saying? So I was 16, 17 years old in this room, and I'm like, damn, I'm here right now. This is lit.
Yeah.
All my classmates are in class right now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'm with these lot. Do you know what I'm saying? That's when I was thinking, okay, like this is going somewhere. Dropped another freestyle.
Would you remember touching on Jamal? What do you remember about him, like interacting with him?
Oh yeah, RIP, man. Can't lie. It was how early on in my career that was. Jamal and SBTV, they showed me mad love from the jump.
Yeah.
Like mad love. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is when Jamal was shooting warm-up session himself.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Right,
so
right.
deep
He's still on the set, handling the cam.
Bro, deep it. Like I had like I remember like pulling up to their office, and I think Jamal had like I don't know if I don't think he's his manager. It's just someone who he worked with, called Denzel, and Denzel was literally like, Berna, you're the next big thing. Trust me. Like they were gassing me in that office. They were gassing me. They was like, nah, trust me. Like we could see the potential very rare. So that was the first time I was like properly embraced by the industry and
a stamp.
Something like a stamp.
Yeah.
Like they took me in. Do you know what I'm saying? And yeah, like I remember obviously sitting with Jamal, telling him my story. Do you know what I'm saying? And we're both like
mad.
Just I'm talking about life, he's talking about life.
Yeah.
similarities, differences, and then he was just like, yeah, like, do you want to get into this? Let's go record it. Then even when I was recording it, after, he was like, yeah, no, proper tough, like proper stuff, man. Like, I felt that. You know what I'm saying? So, and even since then, up until his passing, Jamal has always like been very supportive of my team.
And that's one thing about him. I'd say the same thing. Like anytime man hit him, or he'd even pop up sometimes. Like I mean, I look at when everything happened. I look back at some of our previous conversations. I'm just looking at man hitting me, like working on Satin Fire, like. I got you in mind. Like, I'm gonna shout. He was always helpful.
100%.
Like help. We've
lost that. We've lost that a little bit in the scene. Right now.
100% we've lost that, bro.
We've lost that. Like someone who actually cares.
Yeah. And
he cares.
he's not capping when they say like, "I've got you in mind for this," or like, just really on the ball, but just a good human being.
Yeah. Just a good guy, man. Proper genuine guy. You get me? Full of love, always laughing. Yeah, man. Happy guy, man. But like, proper guy, man.
So the SBTV, what were we talking about? So you dropped them sessions.
Yeah, I dropped that.
You're kind of like just doing it.
Bars.
Yeah.
No. So I think I done my black box. Then I done, GRM Daily had a freestyle thing called Hardest Out. Discontinued a while ago. But I dropped one of those. That went crazy. I done a Link Up TV freestyle. It was actually called a Link Up TV freestyle, I remember that. And then I went and done my warm-up session. Then that was a big moment when I dropped my warm-up session because obviously SBTV, whatnot. Then I done a Mad About Bars and then that went crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. My Mad About Bars, when I linked up with Kenny, went mad.
And that was 20, I don't even want to say the year.
I want to say like, my first Mad About Bars was in 2017.
Right.
Yeah, I was 17.
So I feel like there's those releases and then I remember speaking to you them times and then going by the timeline. I didn't even mean to like speak and go through it in a timeline way, but it's just that's just the way that it's going.
Yeah.
But like 2019, we're speaking and then you hit me and you was like, got a booking in Milan.
Oh yeah.
Like, and I remember when I got your Twitter DM, you said obviously going Milan, like you want to come like DJ for man, like we're going Milan. And at the time I was at Oh My Fest in Amsterdam with C-Biz.
Hard.
So I'm there and I think I was due in Marbella like sometime a week later or something.
So
and I'm like, 2019 was crazy. And I feel like when I reminisce just for me personally, 2019, I think of that, I look at some of the memories that come up, I just think, shit, man, mad things happen. But obviously, it's very bittersweet because then soon after that is when the pandemic happened and like everything happened with Mumsy and that. But I look at 2019 as shit, man, I'm looking at everything that happened. I'm out at Oh My Fest, I'm DJing there, like, I'm around fucking Hollow, Meek, like all these artists, like it was crazy. Nuts, right? And then I get your DM and it's like, we're going, you want to go Milan? Like, I've got a show. I'm like, fucking, obviously, fam. Like, are you crazy? Like, let's do this. And to connect that, obviously, with you, the momentum for you, I felt, was like, okay, this, like, you're on a roll. This is 2019 now, So this is like, I'm thinking, yo, broski's like, and I still believe it. Your time is, ain't your time. Your time ain't come yet, clearly. Right? It is going to happen. But back then I'm like, nah, this, then we've gone and done the show. We've gone Milan. Shit was crazy.
Milan was tight.
Like,
that was the first international show that ever done.
That's what I was going to say. That's what we do this thing for, right? Like, I'm sure for you as an artist, now you've been loads of places, like me as well. Not as many as I'd like to, though. But when you step out,
it's different.
And you get to do that, that's when you realise, yo, fucking...
Yeah, it's like, wait, I'm not in the ends right now.
That's what I'm saying.
Right, I'm around a bunch of people that don't speak my language and they want to see me right now. It's mad.
Yeah.
That's a mad feeling.
What was that like for you? You said that was your first... so that was your first international show.
Yeah.
That was crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I know that was a mad trip, bro. Like,
Milan was so good for so many different reasons.
Yeah,
so many different reasons. Like, obviously, because of the show, and and two, just because of like the time we had out there was just, it was just great, innit?
Yeah.
Like, literally, just it was a very good, like, we bonded a lot.
The man them were out with
The
us.
man them were out with us. Do you get me? It was crazy. But in terms of the show,
Yeah.
that's when I feel like I was like, Bern, you're an artist. Like, yeah, like Bern, like, yo, like
This is like really possible.
This
like
is really,
we can
like,
step
man
outside
can
of the
do this.
UK and
Yeah.
look where we are.
Do you know what I'm saying?
What, there's more. There's plenty more of this to come.
There's
That's how
too
I
much
feel.
more, yeah.
That's how I feel. Anytime a man's abroad, like, or gets to do something like that. And the flip side is obviously that shit don't happen every day.
100%.
So you got to return, and you got to get back into like game mode to like get back in your bag for the next thing to come, right? For the next opportunities to come.
Everything needs to be upwards from there, innit?
So let's touch on that a little bit. Like the momentum's there, and then I feel like the only way to put it, bro, from an outsider, from my perspective on you, is that you just took your foot off the gas, and you take like what you took some. I don't know. I don't want to call it time out, but you just you're doing your own thing. But it's like I think maybe you didn't realize. I think you fully know it now. You know the game like like very well, but I think you thought, oh, it will just be the same whenever you're ready to just jump back in. And I think we're in an era now where, unfortunately,
and that's when like the scene was changing into like, yo, man need to be foot on their necks. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, like I feel, you know what it is? 2019. How old was I in 2019? This is round about like uni times. I'm sure of it. Yeah. That's when like, okay, yeah, I'm Berna, but like there's a lot of burn. Do you know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of stuff I need to figure out in life as well. Because like I was just going through a transition, that going from like a young boy to a man, innit? My mum wanted me at uni. I tried uni for a bit. I was there for like 6 months, left.
Just because it weren't your bag and the music thing, or you just didn't want to do uni? Like,
just uni, just like my mind just wasn't there. That's not what I wanted, innit? A lot of, I don't know, I feel like just like a lot of like not well thought through decisions were made during them time periods there.
In relation to music, or just in life, or both?
Both.
Right.
Yeah, both. And then I feel like it ended up in like things being delayed, things not being executed to the standard or to the level that it needs to be. A lot of poor decisions, a lot of time wasting, and then before you know it, COVID.
Yeah,
and then
we're out.
and then it's just all nuts. Yeah,
you can't really put that on anyone.
You know what I'm saying?
Everything's just all up in the air, innit?
Yeah, and I say that's like probably like my biggest like regret was getting complacent and thinking, alright, cool. What? I started this since I was 16. I'm still buzzing now.
Right.
I'm calm, like I'm sweet, like, do you know what I'm saying? I can do you know what I'm saying? Or like let's do this, and I didn't think of it through, and then it was a shit move. And then now we've gone 2-3 steps back, and now we need to work back. And it's just like, do you know what I'm saying?
And is that like, in terms of like, when you say decisions, is it like quality of the music, or like the way the music's been put out, or what sticks in your mind as like, what frustrated you the most looking back, and if you look back on that time, like musically?
Alright, cool. So musically, you need to remember, obviously, I started doing freestyles, and that was just like raw rap. So even during that time, and even still up until now, I was trying to find myself as an artist.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to understand, alright, cool. I know I can rap. That's all great.
Yeah.
But what kind of music do I want to put out to the world?
What kind of music do I want to make?
What kind of music do I want to make?
Yeah.
And I didn't know. And I actually didn't know. And I feel like during that time, like there was just bare different sounds that I was coming out with. Do you know what I'm saying? And it was like, but nothing was cohesive.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, as an artist, I feel like, cool, you find yourself as an artist, and then you give them you give them something, you see how they take it. If they react to it very well, you give them a couple more of those. Do you know what I'm saying? And then that way you find your sound, because this is what people want from you as an artist. But I feel like I was just doing what I wanted to. Yeah, I was just like, cool, you know what? I can do this. I'm gonna jump on that beat. I'm gonna jump on this beat. I'm gonna jump on this beat. I'm gonna jump this. It was messy. It was just like, it was just not patterned.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just not patterned at all. And that's when I go back to saying like, about like decision making and whatnot, because I feel like if me and whoever I was with at the time sat down, and we thought about it properly, I don't think there was a plan in place.
Right.
I don't think there was a plan in place. It was just a lot of hit and misses. Do you know what I'm saying?
And you're doing this by yourself. It's you and the guys, right?
Yeah, literally.
Like you there's no big infrastructure. There's no big infrastructure like that.
Yeah. It's literally it's literally the man them with no previous experience, no guidance, no nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? Just saying, I call it. This one we're gonna do. This one we're gonna do. Do you know what I'm saying?
So what? Off that, comparing that, things have moved quite quickly in the sense of like to where we are, like even in today's scene. But like comparing it to back then, I mean, obviously going back like four or 5 years back then, what are some of the like, when you think of an artist today, what are some of the challenges that they face or they don't face compared to, like, what's changed? Like, is it like, don't want to say like, oh, advice to artists coming out today, but basically what I'm saying is like, what's the differences, bro? Like, is there any differences, or do people still make the same mistakes today, or is it easier to avoid them mistakes today? Like for people who are maybe coming out now, who have got a buzz, etc.
You know what? Yeah, I'll say like this is how it's kind of shifted. All right, cool. So when I dropped in 2016, everything was it was very raw. Do you know what I'm saying? Talent prevailed. Do you know what I'm saying? If you're hard, people are going to find out about you. Oh my God, he's sick.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And then it's slightly changed into like, okay, there's certain things you need to do in order to blow.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's when it's like, all right, cool. Everyone started dropping on Thursdays.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh yeah, it needs to be a premiere. And then
all these little things.
Yeah, all these little things. You need to be on this playlist on Spotify. You need to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, you need to have conversations with this guy because he's going to help this. And then it's like, and then that's when like everything needed to be very calculated.
Yeah.
Round about them 2017 to 2019s, like to pre-COVID times. It needs to be very calculated. Like, you needed a plan. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, you don't think you need that same plan now?
Nah. I feel like where we are right now, it's kind of, I don't
it's
know.
difficult
It's
because
weird
there is a side to both, really.
Yeah, I feel like it's like a bit in the middle, because I wouldn't say there's any method to blowing right now. Whereas before, maybe there was slightly a little step by step.
Right.
I feel like you could have followed. But
do you think that was maybe because it didn't feel as crowded as well?
Yeah.
Back then.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
I
true.
don't know. Maybe maybe it's easy to say that now. I can't quite remember at the time like what it felt like.
But like the scene wasn't as congested.
Packed.
Yeah, nah, like you
in
knew
congestion,
you
fam,
knew every
right now,
rapper.
you get me?
Yeah, it's literally you're literally in central London right now. Congestion.
It's
nuts.
difficult. Like,
it's difficult because there's a lot more individuality. There's not so much structure to it. Anyone can do anything.
Yeah.
Obviously, with like the introduction of TikTok as well and stuff like that, it's just like anyone could do anything now. Do you know what I'm saying? Like his way of blowing is not going to be your way of blowing anymore. Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas before, I could have followed another man's how he did it and copy it step by step, and I'll probably get to the same level. Do you know what I'm saying?
and even the ones that have got the big backing, they don't even have no guarantees. That backing obviously is like, it's like a fast track. It's like, oh, we're giving you a bit of a shortcut. There's no guarantees to that shortcut either.
At all.
But because it is so packed, it's harder to find sometimes the smaller up and coming artists because it's just so congested, bro. You're being bombarded, like even from like a DJ standpoint, like man's getting sent music from the top people and you need to look out for this fire. And these days the emails are coming like, shit's like viral on TikTok. Man ain't even heard it. So then I got to tap into that.
Yeah,
so it takes away from all the other emails of people saying, yo, like spin this or check out my artist. Because we're all human, but it's only human
Only
at the
so
end of the
much
day,
man
fam.
can-
Like, how much can a man listen to in a day? And do you know what I mean?
Bro, every day I scroll through the net and I find someone new.
Yeah.
that goes to show how many people like 2017, 2018 times, you know who's on the scene.
Yeah.
Like I know, like I could probably list out a bunch of names, and it's like, oh yeah, everyone knows who these people are. But right now, you could say a name right now, he might have like millions of streams, and I'm like, but who's my man?
Yeah.
So, yeah, right now I think like, right now, the world, I'd say it not just music as well. I feel like marketing and the way you present yourself to the world is the most important thing in any field of life right now.
Facts.
Like obviously we're talking about music right now, but I feel like right now it's more so about, yeah, you gotta be good. I don't think you can be rubbish anymore. I don't feel like you can be rubbish anymore. I feel like
so is it just to jump in, is it like do you see it as like basically it's a perception thing, like how you present yourself and how people take you on the marketing side, or how you put your stuff out there? Obviously, musically, of course, there comes a point where they're going to have to listen to the music,
100%.
and you can't be shit,
100%,
because they're going to call it out.
Yeah.
But shit is also, at the same time, just an opinion.
Exactly.
Right? So, it's a marketing game. Is that what you're saying?
It's a marketing game. It's a marketing game. I think, you get me, you sit down, you think, okay, how do I want the world to see me? Whether it's a real perception of you, the real you, or it's alter ego that you create and you sell to the world.
This is what I'm offering.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like you have to decide like what it is, because if you're gonna do the real thing, you need to see, okay, what parts of my real self
are working
and can be marketed to the world.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you haven't got anything about you, then you create something. You know what I'm saying? And it's so funny because people obviously sometimes feel like, oh yeah, then he's like, what you speak about is cap. But then at the same time, I feel like there's music to entertain and there's music to relate to, and that's like that real stuff and that whatnot. I don't see a problem with like a 15, 16-year-old you rapping about maybe things that he's never even experienced before. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's where we're at with it, bro.
Like, that's like,
is more than ever.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, yeah, I feel like you see what, how, and who you can market to, and you attack that audience. That is it.
And I think it reminds me of the conversation that we had. We're going to talk about it at the brunch. Big up Empire. We was at the brunch a couple of weeks ago. And you was talking, it was me, you, and Vic Santoro was there as well. We was having a conversation. And I think we was talking about, it's what you decide to give to the people and the cadence of like what you're saying. Like more than, I think you were saying more. If you remember, I'm sure you remember the conversation, but we know that Berna can rap. Yeah. But what is it now? And
we don't care about that now, because we know this already.
Right. So to tie that in, when you answer that, tie that into where you are at now, and that new, you know, how you're looking at it now from the mistakes that were the things that you regret from, or the things that you've learned. I don't want to call it mistakes, but things that you've learned to where we're at now. Like
now, I can finally and happily say at the age of 25, I know what I am as an artist. I know what kind of music I want to release to the world. That's the first thing. Secondly, it's like consistency. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, I've got people that have been listening to me since I was 16 years old, and they still listen to me now. That means we've been together for nearly 10 years. Do you know what I'm saying? You lot been listening to, man. Do you know what I'm saying?
But they're annoyed with the inconsistency as well,
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, over 10 years, how much have I really done for you? Do you know what I'm saying? Now it's more so, it's just about, I don't even care. Like, I'm just trying to, it's like man's trapping, bro. Man's trying to feed my cats.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to feed my fans. I'm trying to feed my supporters any way that I can, whether it's like any type of content it is. Like, it's just like, yo, I need to, one, feed the people that are here now, and I need to be as consistent as I can be so that more people's eyes are on me.
And hear you.
Do you know what I'm saying?
So feed the streets. It's Rimsey's title, man.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's just about creating, maintaining, and...
Is it rebuilding? Does it feel like rebuilding?
It is a rebuild, 100%.
Yeah.
I feel like I feel like I'm a new artist again.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I like it because it's kind of like a clean slate. Do you know what I'm saying? Obviously, people know me already, which is why I have the advantage, the upper hand on like some other people, because people have been knowing about Berna since time. Do you know what I'm saying? But now not that I don't care about you lot that know about me already, but it's like
You're focused on.
I'm focused.
You know what you got to do.
Yeah. I'm focused on like cool. For me to blow, like essentially again, from like have another moment as like to when I done my black box is now to I need to focus on a whole new audience.
Yeah.
Because when I was 16 years old,
It's changed.
when I was 16 years old, they were 16 years old. Now we're all 25. The people that were listening to me before. So now it's like, okay, I have a new audience I have to cater to now. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And how does that tie into like, talk a little bit about the situation that you got with Empire? How did that, they're doing a distro, is that right? How did that all come about? What made you do that? And also, what actually put the battery back in your back, bro, to say, yo, I gotta get back on this.
Yeah.
Like,
Empire, that was, so I started with Empire in 2019.
right.
Yeah, in 2019. That's when I started with Empire. And I gave them, obviously, I got 2 projects to drop with them. And I dropped my first ever EP in 2019 at the end of it. Poor Little Rich Kid, if you ain't heard it, go check it. And that was the first thing that we dropped. But how did Empire come around? Empire came about, they just shot me and just showed mad interest in my thing.
Because I feel like that, the reason, see, I didn't know that they were there in 2019. I mean, I know the label was there, but I didn't know you was connected. But because I think they've upped their levels.
Yeah. 100%.
You see what I'm saying? So now
they've
I know a lot of the
better.
artists. I get a lot of news from them. We get invited to things like we was at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Man's got a big poster of him when I'm walking in. I'm like, that's my brethren out there. Like, what's going on? And then you pull up, but like, it's like they've improved.
Yeah.
Massively.
Because remember, they're an American.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So they needed time for like their UK presence to grow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where we're at now. Like it's growing.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
their
like
territories, and they're doing the same with Africa as well. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Some of the artists that they got signed to the label is
it's peak. It's
crazy. Like,
yeah.
so they come about. So obviously, they was about from then.
Yeah.
Pushing
me.
And you've stuck with that.
Yeah. So
now.
obviously, I've got my next project, and that's another thing as well. Due to my inconsistency, this project that I'm about to drop this year should have come out probably a year or 2 ago.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is something that I've been working on for time. Do you know what I'm saying? But just due to like so many different things, like just bare things. Just like it's just been delayed.
But it's done.
It's done. Oh yeah, no, it's done.
Is this all old music as well? Have you been revisiting it and
I've been revisiting it. No,
It's
it's very much up to date. It's
Okay,
very much up to date.
sick.
But it's still like, even after this, there's a whole new like chapter.
Yeah,
You know
of
what I'm saying?
course.
But like this, I feel like with this project, it's like
Was it a mixtape?
Yeah, mixtape.
Right.
It's like, it's almost like, okay, it's showing that evolution of Berna from 16 to now.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to close that chapter.
Yeah.
And then like, after this chapter's closed, I don't want to hear about that no more.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's this now.
Then is it like going to be album mode after that? Is that where it's...
Yeah, the 100 album will come, definitely. Probably not this year. Maybe this year.
So the mixtape is... Do you have a date for that?
No,
Okay.
no date.
So that makes me uncomfortable, bro. You know,
No
coming
date.
here and... You know what I mean? But it's definitely this year.
Yeah, this year. Like within the next 2 months.
And what kind of... What can we expect from that? Like...
You know what?
Because you're not really a man that's heavy with like the features either. I don't see you like doing bare tunes with like, loads of different people.
Yeah,
I do want to touch on. I got to jump in. I do want to touch on the thing when we mentioned. Remember when we spoke about? We're talking about collabing with artists overseas. Is like we will touch on that quickly as well. But yeah, carry on. Like with this mixtape coming out, like what can we expect from that?
The mixtape, like it's just. I feel like there's a lot of like similar Berna sound that you would hear on there, but then obviously, basically the way that the project is like it evolves in sound.
Right.
In terms of the first like 5 tracks. So the project's called East to Essex. East to Essex. So the east part of the project, like the first 5 tracks, is like it's talking about similar topics that I probably spoke about as a young youth. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Struggle, my pain, my lifestyle, whatnot, how it was, whatnot. Quite dark, quite gritty, quite, you get me? And then as it progresses, it's like Berna now. You know what I'm saying? And it's a bit lighter, it's a bit nicer. Life's a bit sweeter.
Okay.
It's a bit more lit.
Vibey.
Yeah, it's
lit.
a bit more vibey.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The topics have kind of changed. I might be talking about some girls now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And it's
million.
like
100% you're talking about gal, bro. Like,
100%.
Jesus. Everywhere we've been now. We don't talk about that
You
too
know what
much,
I'm
you get me? But it's what it is.
Nah, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like so like that evolution as a Berna. So it's like it's gonna be nice for my old fans, for current Berna fans to listen to, because it's gonna be like, oh yeah, like we know this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And also, it's like a reintroduction for them and an introduction to new people. Listen, because people that don't know my story, they're gonna hear this and be like, okay, I know where he's come from. I know where he is right now. I'm ready for the next bit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's maybe come with the experience. So like you said, you want to then close that chapter. That's said and done.
Done.
And that's how you move on to the next.
Yeah. And to the rest of my life. Do you know what I'm saying? 'Cause for a long time, I just felt like I was stuck. I was stuck in this this pattern of talking about my pain. But like, you get me? Obviously,
Sometimes
like,
it can't be helped.
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing we're
It's your
talking about,
story.
because it's like every day man's thinking about this pain that I have.
But
You know what I'm saying?
but it's
so it's
like-
like when I go to
yeah,
create,
yeah.
all I can think about is my pain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And then you sometimes start questioning yourself, like, really, this is stuff you're giving out to people. So it's like, how much do they want to hear about the same thing?
Yeah.
And it's understandable, but then it's understandable from both sides. You get it?
100%. As an artist, you need to be able to navigate.
They're
You know
only
what I'm saying?
they don't want to hear the same.
They don't.
No one wants to just in life, bro. No one wants to keep hearing about a next man's problems
100%.
24/7.
It's boring. It's
That's
boring.
it. That's
It's
just the
boring.
reality of it. We're all human, man. Like no
Nah,
one can
facts.
tolerate that. Like
And especially when it doesn't even reflect like my life anymore. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not that same person that I was anymore. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not going through the same things I was going through. So yeah, like now the music's fun now.
yeah.
Man.
It's
Music's
always
fun.
been vibe. Well, you got joints that have always been vibey as well. Let's be
100%.
clear.
Yeah,
like,
no, 100%.
you know,
That's why. No. I've always been a vibey person.
Yeah,
always
yeah.
been a vibey person. 100%. I feel like now I'm gonna exploit the vibe much more. I'm gonna really like, you get me? Show I'm a very fun person.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
You've been
Yeah,
with me,
I know.
man, you know what I'm saying? Well, you know what it is,
Facts,
man, you know what I'm saying? Like,
100%.
you get me?
What about any features on that tape?
Yeah.
Can you let off any? Who we got, man?
Tiny Boost.
Oh shit! For
Yeah,
real?
Yeah. Got a banger.
That is unexpected.
Yeah. Got a banger with Boost.
Yo, that is brazy. I didn't expect that one. Is that on some, what sort of like rhythm is that? On some rap shit? Like,
Yeah, it's rap. It's a rap thing.
It's not,
rap,
is
but
it a
not
drilly
like
joint or like?
No. It's not like a. It's an upbeat rap.
Oh,
it's very.
sick.
It's hard. The beat is hard.
You both went hard, yeah, because Boost don't mess about when he,
Boost
you
went
know,
stupid.
he goes
Stupid.
crazy on these.
Stupid, bro. You went stupid.
Shit, all right, Boost.
That's literally one of my favorite songs on the project.
Heavy.
Who else you got on there? I got a song with Mira May.
Okay.
That's a
Cold.
That's a vibe, like radio.
Oh,
Do you know
okay.
what I'm saying? Like talking about gal. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
Proper vibey, like, yeah. That song's sick. I got an artist called Gliz on there, which is another vibe. Who else is on there? Boost, Gliz, Mirror. That might be it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, just them three. I'm not big on features, not bears.
Yeah.
I don't really like, because you know what it is, I like to carry my own weight.
You have to.
Yeah, I like to carry my own weight. I think it's important as an artist. I feel like it's easy to get lost in this feature world.
Yeah.
Do you know
Then
what
the
I'm saying?
sound
Like,
is difficult to even absorb, man.
Do you know what I'm
From, like,
saying?
when trying to listen to you and you got to take in everyone else
yeah.
as well, and then
another
clouds
thing
your
as well,
thing a
is
little
just
bit
like, I
as
feel
well.
like the more I put off features, is like the more people are gonna want them as
Yes.
well. I have not done many in my entire career. I've been here nearly 10 years. I can probably count the amount of features I've done on my 2 hands, and it might not even fill up my whole 2 hands. You know what I'm saying? And I pride myself in that.
And we've seen, like, sometimes, like, we've seen in the scene, like, I've just Nems has obviously just dropped his thing, and like the support that he's been getting from that from some of the top people in the game. Like you see he's got the relationships with like Sench and I don't know who's been a bagger man shouting out his thing. But I feel like, not naming no names, but there's people that you have relationships with like that on that level, personal level, behind the scenes. That when it's time, it's gonna come around and be.
No, 100%.
It's gonna be like that. You see what,
and
I'm getting?
I like it because I've got like if you go through my Instagram, it's like I think this all the time. Everyone's favorite rappers, they probably follow, man. Or anyone's favorite rapper from the UK, like they probably follow, man. Do you know what I'm saying? So,
and sometimes, you know, like it's not one of them ones where we say these things, whether it's you, me, or whoever's doing something in the creative space, music space, whatever, and we say things like, oh yeah, you know, like co-sign someone's like messing with you or whatever. But the reality is that they are. And it's like when we go back to last year, we had the shows in Marbella. So we're out there doing whatever. And let's be clear, like someone like Huss, he don't talk a lot. He's not very social, active. Like everyone knows that, right? Disappears when he does what he wants. And we was posted up there, and you posted up something, and I see straight away like, Huss
he's commenting
in the comments, and that's normal. Like he knows what you're about, what you are as an artist.
Yeah, that's family, innit?
Yeah,
That's family,
do you see what I'm saying? Sometimes I think them moments, like, are the sickest. Like when people, I look at it like DJ wise, and I don't. It's different as well for artists. But what do I love about the game, and what is it I want from the game? And I sometimes think I've always wanted to be in this space and put in the work within black music and want the respect of people that I respect. Now, people will say, there's other people that flip that and like, fucking hell, like, you don't need the respect of anyone, just do your thing. But it don't work like that. It works how you want it to work.
No, 100%. 100%, because everyone has like their little things that they think, oh yeah, that's a boost up. Do you know what I'm saying?
A million.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like,
you need that.
100%.
And when you get it from, you listen, the one thing you can't do is you can't expect to have that from, you can't be expected to be liked by everyone. That's never going to run.
That's unrealistic, man.
You're going to learn the hard way. Man still learns the hard way sometimes. I still get reality checks with certain people that it weren't that.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro,
it weren't that.
Trust me.
It was
you might think
clearly
it was that and it wasn't that.
It was just business. It was just work.
Yeah, 100%.
Like,
that hits me sometimes.
Yeah, it does hit.
That hits me sometimes still.
But
you know, so funny. Just a side note. Just talking about like little things that give you like a boost. It was only like 4 or 5 months ago. Gigs followed me, and I was like, yeah, I'm gassed. I'm gassed. But it's a thing that obviously I don't know. Maybe people wouldn't think I'd be gassed about that. But I was thinking, bro.
That's the realness.
Like, I was just like, bro, yeah, Gigs followed, man, you know. I'm literally live, like, he follows, man. He sees exactly what I'm doing right now. So I'm happy about that.
See, and I'm glad I didn't bring up the name. Because sometimes people on me like, fire, like, you always just bring up Hollow's name and stuff. Because it's so relevant in everything that man's doing or who I'm sitting with or talking to, especially when we talk, not even when we're just talking about UK, even with the US guys.
No, 100.
Like, he is that guy. But it's the same. Like, you just said it. And to hear it from you, same for me when man met him from before. There's certain figures, and I name them as like, for me, it's like him, it's Scraps, it's Gets. These are people that man's worked with, and it's like, we've worked, and the respect is there. Like, I've met them at private functions where it's like, you're not an outsider. No, like, facts. You're with us.
Yeah,
like,
100.
And there's 100%. Nothing, you know what, bro? It kind of makes man feel like, I don't want to say superhero-ish in a way, because for everyone that questions your thing, you need, I like lived off that kind of like, you know what, like I was saying it even before we started to one of the guys in the room, like, he was saying like, why do you do this? And rare tear, and I was saying, I lost my chain of thought, my mad thing. I can't even, I was saying, basically just the love that man gets from them. Oh, that's what I was saying. I got it. People will come back. Let's say you put something out and there's people questioning your thing or your sound or who you are. Randoms, maybe like, you know, whatever you want to call it, trolls, or you call it that. But even some people are just actually people that are real people, really, fucking on some hate shit or whatever. They have an opinion from a customer level, I call it, or whatever that is. Customer's the wrong word, but you know what I mean. Listener level, or whatever. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, the same people that you look up to respect my thing.
Respect
so I'm good. Like I'm good. Like, I gotta forget you lot, and I gotta just be happy that I got the praise of these man. And
I never let negative comments. I've never been one to let any negative comment get to me. Never. I don't even take it in. I don't even take it in
because
because
you're able to do
I think to myself, it's just like, do you not know what rooms I've been in? Do you not know?
This is what I mean.
Do you know like?
It brings that energy out, and that's the energy you got to keep.
Yeah,
100%.
You have to be. I can't lie. I say this to people all the time. I can't lie. You have to be deluded in your thing.
Yes.
You have to be mad deluded.
Yeah.
Almost as if there's not a single negative comment, because there are negative comments out there.
There always will be.
I just think so positively that I just feel like, listen, it doesn't matter what is going on right now. I am the man. I'm the man. I'm gonna do this. I'm saying you have to be deluded. And that's the only way. I feel like people reciprocate that energy. When you're so deluded in yourself, people start becoming deluded within you, and they start thinking, "Oh my god, he's the biggest thing in the world."
Yeah, he don't let that shit affect him, and he knows what he's on, kind of thing.
Trust me.
And that's what I mean. Getting them little, when those changes happen, and when you start getting the respect of certain people, it changes everything, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and it can take fucking forever to have those moments, and those moments will hopefully always increase to whoever it is for you.
Like, because think about like, this is someone like Gets is like someone who, I was listening to Graham. Gets is one of my favorite UK artists ever. Do you know what I'm saying? Even like when he followed me, it's like, oh my days.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, this is mad.
Yeah.
And I remember DMing him straight away. I'm like, big bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, thank you, bro.
Yeah,
I appreciate you, bro.
yeah.
Thank you for the follow, bro.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No,
like,
bro. You see me, I'm a genuine you. Bro, I don't really care about all of that. You get me? Like, people try to keep up appearances.
No, I don't care about all that. Sometimes you just got to say what it is.
I say exactly how I feel. I do whatever the fuck I want to do. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's, like, when people show me love, I reciprocate straight away. If I think something's sick, I show that I think it's sick. I'll never hide my opinion on something, or, you know what I'm saying? I'll never shy away from showing love to someone. I feel like that. I feel like in a world where there's so little love, I feel like you need to show it as much as possible. You never know how that could affect someone. You know what I'm saying? I know there's definitely times in my career where I felt like if this person probably just told me, oh yeah, this was sick by the way, that probably would have lightened up my whole fucking
it would have changed the whole trajectory.
Yeah, you don't even know what I'm saying. But people shy away from showing love. Like, they don't want to seem neaky, they don't want to seem beggy and all this shit, but all of that's an insecurity within yourself, innit?
Yeah, and sometimes, it is. Because sometimes people, they don't know half the story of like what's going on, what impact maybe someone you looked up to had on you, maybe what they've done for you, even behind the scenes. Like, the people I've named, bro, not only did I look up to them, but man ended up touring with them. So I hold them in a different space on man's thing. Like, they can never, there's nothing that these man, I'm biased, like, but it's human.
No,
they're like people that, these man can put out whatever, and I'm gonna hear it from a point of, that's my guy though. Like, you know, but they're all fire anyway. Yeah. But you see what I mean?
No,
like,
100%.
And
bro.
some people, like, they might not know the backstory. They might think you're doing a thing to like show off or like be beggy, like you said. But I just think people just got to, we're in that era where, unfortunately, just tell people to slow, to chill, but they ain't never. Yeah, it is what it is now.
People, bro, people are gonna be people, innit, man. It's just humans for you, man. Everyone's got an opinion. Everyone's a critic. Everyone's a twat. That's what it is.
But all right, before we wrap up, bro, the tape, obviously that's coming. Let me ask you 2 questions for your positive news page, right? First one, who's had the biggest impact in Berna's life and why?
Man said the biggest impact. Damn. It might sound cliche, but I'd have to say God. I grew up in a very, very Christian household, but only now have I built a relationship with God, and it's and the way it's like changed my outlook on things, my outlook on just everything. It's just like it's just changed. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I just literally feel like nothing can go wrong in life.
Sick.
That's one of the greatest like things about faith. It's like you let go of so many other things when you have this faith in this thing, and I feel like it's made me such a more caring person, a more loving person, a more thoughtful person, a less aggressive person. Do you know what I'm saying? So many, it's just changed me for the better. I'd say that's 100%. And even with this music thing, it's just like I know God wouldn't have given me such a gift, and my time isn't coming. I know it's coming.
Yeah.
Obviously, we all have free will, so I got to put the work in myself as well.
%.
But God has this plan for me. I just need to fight for it. And yeah, so
Sick.
God, shout out to God.
And the second one, what would you tell a younger Berna from everything that you know now if you could go back? What would you tell yourself? What bit of advice, or what's the one thing or things you would say to yourself if you could tell yourself something now?
First, like on a non-music level, I would say life in general, I would just say slow down, take time. You know what I'm saying? I was forced to grow up very quickly, you know what I'm saying, due to life. Obviously the position that obviously when my brother passed, the position he put me in, my sister moved out, I was the oldest in the house from the age of 15, you know what I'm saying? So I was doing a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? I was trying to do a lot. I was just trying to do bare things. And I feel like this even ties in with like the inconsistency, because I feel like I just tried to do it all. Do you know what I'm saying? I grew up very quick, and I took a lot of responsibility and put it on myself when I didn't actually need to. I was just a kid. Do you know what I'm saying? So I would just say like, enjoy being a kid. That's the first thing. Secondly, on a music level, it's the same thing. I would say, just don't rush. I feel like there's nothing better than a well thought through plan. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't believe in winging it anymore. You can't wing things, man. This is what I'm saying. Life is too uncertain. Economy's tight out here. Money, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you get me? You can go brass tomorrow, bro. Can't wing nothing. Everything needs a plan. Everything needs some sort of structure to it. Do you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I would just say to him like, yo, anything that you can plan it. Do you know what I'm saying? Anything that's out of your control, you leave it to God. And thirdly, I would just say, put more faith in God. Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
Cool. One more quick question before we just jump out of here. I know you might have an answer for this. What's the hardest diss record you've ever heard, bro? I know you listen to some Grease, bro. So, like, hardest diss record. Is there one that sticks out for you?
I'm gonna avoid the UK. Just
No.
Why?
Why?
No. I'm gonna avoid the drill scene.
Okay.
Just
Yeah,
for
that
like
makes sense.
for like political views and that. Do you know what I'm saying? The hardest diss track I have heard. It's gonna have to be one of Chip's against Bugsy's. Actually, this is a hard question, you know. This is a very hard question.
You've heard too many diss records.
Yeah. Yeah, it might be one of Chip's for Bugsy. I think the one, I can't even remember the name. There's one when he's in a petrol station.
All right, classic.
Yeah, I was just like, nah, this guy's just rude.
Yeah.
Chip, another guy who I've looked up to since I was young. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Real talk.
You get me? I remember he don't follow me, but I remember he randomly commented on one of my chats, and I was just like, what a guy.
Yeah.
I was just like, I was like, sick, that's sick. So yeah.
Yeah.
Chip. I'd have to say, yeah. Any of his diss records towards Bugsy, he was just crazy. Yeah.
There you have it. Firestarr, Berna, my bro.
Really know.
Pleasure, always.
family.
Sick conversation.
Really know.
Yeah.
Trust
We're
me.
here.
Locked in.
Love.
Bow.